Hey McKenna. Okay, so I'm gonna try to talk like genuinely loud in this because with my last few vlogs, I don't know, like I've been talking really quiet because I'm recording all of them like at night just because that's like when I have time and when Kyle leaves me alone because that little boy bugs me all the time. I love him dearly, he is great, but I don't know, like there's just times where I'm doing homework or like I'm like working on editing or something, mostly when I'm doing homework, which is kind of like what I always do. Ugh, it's taking over my life. But anyway, he like comes in and I'm like, child, I am trying to focus, get out, but I do need to be nice and like love him while I'm still here. I'm making that sound like I'm like getting ready to die. I mean like while I still live here. And obviously I'll love him once I leave, but it'll be like a different like type of relationship with us because like I won't be here to like, you know, have him like come over to my room and be like, hey, what's up type of deal. Like we won't be as close as what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so I'm recording these at night. That's my point of that whole little tangent. And I talk really quietly because I don't want to wake him up. But here's my thing. If I wake him up, I don't really care because he's always super loud when I'm sleeping. So I'm kidding. I'm not trying to be mean. But like he genuinely won't hear me. Anyways, so I'm wearing my new Riverdale shirt. It's super cute. I wore it to college tonight. Today's Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, my dudes. Oh my god. If you don't get that reference, I'm sorry, but I miss Vine so much. Focusing. Okay, so right now I'm currently like doing chemistry, like legitimately. Okay, this is gonna annoy you because this is my notebook for the class, but I write backwards in my notebook. I know that that sounds weird and you're gonna be like, what do you mean? I mean, okay, I write from left to right. That's like how it works, right? This is my left hand. That's why that felt wrong. I write from left to right. I'm right-handed most of the time. But when I go to do practice problems that aren't part of my notes, meaning like they're like the extra problems from the book, I go to the back and I fill it up. Look, I started here and now I'm here, and it bugs me too, but I like draw arrows for myself to be like, hey, don't read like you normally would, go the opposite way. And like it worked for last semester, so I think I'm just gonna keep doing it. But I don't know. I know it's irritating, and I don't know why I wouldn't just go like halfway to the back, or like halfway through the notebook, because there's no way I'm gonna get like, there's no way I'm gonna fill all that up this semester. Like I filled up like what, probably, hold on, I have to actually look. I'm gonna cut like the in-between just a second. I've filled up last semester this much, just that much. That's not that much. And then so far this semester, obviously, started right there. You can see my nasty handwriting. Actually, that's not where I started. I started on the next page. Started right here, organic chemistry. I don't know if you guys can read my handwriting, but that doesn't matter because you don't need to. But I literally only have, oh man, this is going to fill up so much more. I can already tell. I have like 15 pages already filled out. It's like week 3. But the point of that, I don't know why. Like, I don't know why I wouldn't just go like halfway, like back here and be like, okay, practice problems starting, you know, normally right here and then flipping and going. But no, I started at the very end of the notebook and I'm working my way backwards. So yeah, my notes I take normally though, other than the fact that like look at this, is, oh, it makes me upset. I have to like cross stuff out when he like writes it, like not wrong, but like he writes something on the board then he decides to change it. It upsets me so much because I hate crossing it out. And you guys would be like, oh, okay, why don't you just take notes in pencil? That'd be lovely. I would love to, except for the fact that I started taking it in pen last semester, and because of my little, like, Aaronisms, I have to keep doing it in pen. And, like, this had, like, me taking the notes in pen had nothing to do with, like, the next part I'm going to tell you, but he told us last week in lab that he wants us to turn in all of our stuff in pen. I was like, no, not going to happen. You can, like, literally downplay my grade, I don't care, but I am not turning my stuff in pen. Not happening. I erase so much, it's so frustrating, and I think that crossing it out looks so sloppy. I would rather have a ton of like pencil eraser shavings, yeah, and like pencil marks than to see freaking scribbles. Like no, 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 no. And if he brings it up again, I'm gonna genuinely like be like, I can't, like I'm sorry, but I cannot. And he'll be like, I see that you take notes in pen. And I'll be like, that's irrelevant. But no, I just can't. Like, for my lab homework, he's like, I want all of your stuff, like, submitted in pen. Because he's like, it's more final. I was like, what? Like, don't get me wrong, he's a great professor. I'm never going to say his name because that's not relevant, and I would never want to shame him because he's seriously a nice guy. But the fact that he wants me to, like, turn my stuff in pen, like, that cuts me to my core. That's like asking me to do math homework in pen. Not okay. No. And to the people in college that are doing your math homework in pen, how do you do it? How? Just, like, I don't understand. I mean, okay, I obviously get the fact that you're, like, writing, but my God. Oh. And I can write smaller in pencil, too. Like, I like to use a little mechanical pencil, and, yeah, I put my own erasers on it. Get on my level. Anyway, I just cannot handle it at all. And McKenna, you and I are having an intense conversation on Snapchat right now, but I kind of, like, got sidetracked with doing homework, and, like, okay, not the talking to you, that's not what I got sidetracked on, but I got sidetracked from doing homework. So I, like, stopped responding to record this, so I'm sorry, but I'll be there in a second. What's funny is I'm, like, I posted a picture to my Instagram with this on, and we were, like, talking about it, and now you'll know, like, from watching this vlog, that I'm, like, recording it on this day. Does that make sense? I believe this is going to be my Sunday vlog. It will be. This is Sunday's vlog. What up? Happy Sunday. Anyway, yeah, I still have yet to edit the Friday vlog, but I'm going to probably do that tomorrow, and I'm going to force myself to get up at, like, 8 o'clock in the morning because I keep, like, sleeping into weird hours, and, not today, obviously, because, like I said, today's Wednesday, and I had to get up and go to, what's that class that I take? Spanish. And, oh, man, I got up so early. I literally got up at, like, 8 o'clock. My eyes are itchy. Anyways, I fell asleep with my makeup on last night. It's not okay. I am starting 18 thoughts and not finishing them. Okay. I'm losing my mind right now. Can you tell? It's almost midnight. Oh man, I wanted to watch an episode of Friends tonight. I don't know what thoughts I started and haven't finished. Maybe I'll rewatch this, maybe I won't. I was talking about, yeah, no, I don't know. Anyways, for now, I think this is going to be it. I'm not quite positive what else I'm going to put in this. This might be super short. There might be other clips. I don't know. Hey McKenna, so I just really quick wanted to tell you the story about my chemistry lab last night, and I know the lighting's a little bit weird, so I'm gonna try to move you. Yeah, it just made it worse. I know it's really annoying on, like, each side of me, but you know what? Oh well. Listen, I'm focusing on sound quality right now, not lighting, okay? Okay. Anyway, I could just move to the desk and it would, like, solve all my issues, but I don't want to get up. I am cold. As you can tell, I'm all covered up in a blanket. Anyway, okay, so last night I'm in lab and we were, like, burning chemicals. We were told not to burn the alcohols, but then there's this thing called, like, I can't pronounce it right. It's called, like, toluene or toluene. I can't. It's like, I'll put the caption right here. It's a aromatic compound and aromatic compound. Aromatic. That's the language Jesus spoke. Oh my God. Can you tell that I went to Catholic school? Aromatic. It's an aromatic compound. We, like, just learned about it, and we were, like, dealing with it, and we were trying to, like, you know, test it, and my group, like, had already done it. I was like, yeah, it's fine. It's definitely, you know, like, flammable. It started, like, bubbling or whatnot, and I, like, once it started bubbling, I shut it off, because I was like, okay, there's a chemical change, like, bubbles is a change, you know, or physical, whatever. Anyway, I don't know if that's a chemical or physical change. Clearly I'm doing good in chemistry. On a side note, lab went so much better last night, but back to the point. So this other group was doing it, and they, like, left it sitting for way too long, and it freaking ignited, and, like, the ignition test, like, you're supposed to figure out if it's flammable by, like, a color change, or, like, if it bubbles, or if it, like, burns, meaning, like, it turns all brown and yucky, like sugar, and that was one of our things, too. Anyway, so the toluene, or whatever it's called, freaking ignites. Like, there's, like, okay, here's the little dish, little Bunsen burner. The flames were, like, up here. It was nuts. I was like, oh my God. And luckily the professor was standing right there, and they were, like, asking him a question or something, and it freaking ignited, and, like, they were so lucky because he helped them, like, shut it off, and, like, told them don't touch it, like, wait till it goes out. And then they, like, they didn't, like, have to fire extinguish it, but he, like, took the thing as it was, like, burning less, and he, like, I think he put it under the water or something. I don't know. I wasn't really looking. I could just see the flames, and I was like, okay, so my smart Alec self, try not to swear, decided to be like, ha, that group is pretty lit. And, like, I said it under my breath, but, like, at the same time, I don't know if anyone heard me, but I also said out loud, like, pretty loud, I'm like, I'm so glad that wasn't our group. And the girls in my group were like, yeah, no kidding. And not 2 seconds later, I go to turn on the sink to rinse out this little dish that I was using. And right as I'm like about to turn it on, the girl in my group was like, "How are you doing?" Meaning like we were almost done, right? And I was about to like say good, so I was looking at her as I was turning it on, and I turned it on like way too fully, and it hit the dish, and it all was like sprayed up and covered me. I got soaking wet. It looked like I took a shower. Like, oh my god. I dried before I left, so luckily I didn't have to walk out in the freezing cold and get pneumonia. But anyway, it was so embarrassing, but at the same time I like kind of didn't really care. Like I thought it was super funny, and they like started dying laughing, and no one was like mad at me, and I felt so bad because my paper was soaking wet. I don't know if I have it. It's like all crinkled up. Here's what it looks like. You can see my terrible handwriting. It's like all crinkled, and it dried, but it was completely wet. Like I don't know if you can tell, but like some of the stuff I had to rewrite, like down here. Okay, ignore my nasty handwriting, but like it like ruined all of the letters that I had written down, all the words. Anyway, and I like couldn't even finish the paper. Like I don't know if I showed you the back, like it's not finished because I haven't written it down yet, but we like to finish it like in the lab so we don't have to deal with it later on, you know? And I couldn't even do it, so I was like typing all the answers, like because we were like doing it together, but we always word stuff differently because, you know, like plagiarism or whatever. And I was like typing it on my phone. I was like, I swear I'm not texting. I'm like writing down the stuff that I think the answer is or whatever. And I have yet to transfer all that. Anyways, so it like went all over my goggles and everything. Luckily I had goggles on because had that shot with that amount of force into my eyes, it would have hurt super bad. But it got like all over my lab coat, and then it covered like obviously my paper and then my lab partner's paper, and I think it splashed on this girl next to me, but she like wasn't really paying attention. She was like probably like 5 feet away from me, so it wasn't like she was right next to me. And then it covered like the whole table, and then the whole time the little burner's on, and I'm like, I was forgetting to watch this stuff, so it was fine. It didn't like ignite, but I was like, oh gosh, I need to like be paying attention. I just felt so dumb though, and this girl, like nobody really saw it except for the people in my group, and then like the other people at my table. It's like kind of weird to say like they didn't see it because like the tables are huge, but anyway, they were just like so busy working on their own thing, and they like noticed like the aftermath. They didn't see like the initial spray me in the face. But this girl like across at the other table, like across from me, okay, like it's hard to explain. She's like at this other table, but she's like on this side, so she's looking at me, right? She saw it happen and she like died laughing, and I did too. I like didn't even like take it as like, oh, they're making fun of me. It was like, no, if that happened to anyone else, like I would have laughed too. So I just like started dying laughing, and then I looked at the girl who had asked me the question how I was doing, and I was like, well, I was gonna say good, but now that I've taken a shower. And they like laughed harder. Like my one lab partner like sat on the floor for a second, like solidly just dying laughing, and that made me laugh harder. I don't know, it was really funny. I think I handled it pretty well, but it was like, honestly, walking into the wrong classroom was 1,000 times more embarrassing than spraying myself in the face, which I don't know why. That's how I connect the stuff in my head, but that's just how I work. So yeah, but I want to tell you guys that story real quick because it was pretty funny. So anyways, I think that's about it, and then I'm going to cut back to my other sign off because I don't feel like doing another one. So bye! But anyways, talk to me in the comments if you need to talk to someone. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, signing off. Goodbye.